Good morning, this is Rakesh Jain and welcome to my channel Wanderer. A new day, a new beginning and a new destination of course. So today from Jibhi we will be moving towards the Jalori Pass and then the Sereolsar Lake. The Sereolsar Lake involves a trek of 5 kilometer and the difficulty level could be anything from easy to moderate. One another interesting information which Mr. Yagya shared with me is the name Sereolsar. Sar in the mountain region means lake and Sereol is actually the name. So that is how the name comes, Sereolsar. It's almost now around 8:15 a.m. and after the breakfast we will proceed towards this Jalori Pass. Stay tuned with me. Thank you. This is the local dish called Siddu and we are going to have this as the breakfast today. Let's see how it tastes. Nice. The drive from our homestay Latoda Pinewood Eco Lodge at Jibhi to the Jalori Pass is around 12 kilometers. There is a very nice unheard story about the Sereolsar Lake and I will tell you that once we reach the lake. Stay tuned with me. As you can see, there is snow around and you can take a wild guess how cold the temperature must be outside, and hence this bright sunlight, we were really enjoying it. Well, we have come to the Jalori Pass, the starting point of our trek. If you haven't eaten anything, then it's good to have something, and there are stalls around here. You will not have many options, but certainly there is something to eat. Our trek to the Sereolsar Lake starts now. It's around 10:15 a.m. now, and the weather is really very pleasant and beautiful. Cold also at the same time. Let's start the trek now. Stay tuned with me. This is just the beginning of the trek, I should say, and the oh my goodness, the view, just don't have words to explain. As you can see, there is a clear path and I must say pretty wide considering we are in the mountains. See, the slope on both the sides is very steep, making going up or down very difficult. With not much of a crowd, you will enjoy the sound of the nature as you walk along. On the way, you will come across such camps if you really want to spend some time here. Oh, at least I was happy that I was seeing somebody here now. And the man is whistling and coming. आप सीटी तो अच्छी बजा रहे थे भैया, वापस बजाइए ना. यहाँ घोड़े भी मिलते हैं क्या? हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी. ओह चलो, ये अच्छी बात है. कितना लेते हो भैया घोड़े का? पर पर्सन सर 1500 रुपये एक घोड़े का. एक साइड का या दोनों साइड? एक साइड का सर. एक साइड का 1500 रुपये. ठीक है, धन्यवाद भैया. On the way, you will only appreciate the different forms of nature. See this tree, for instance, hollow from inside. You know, so far what I'm really liking about this trek is the humming sound of the bees, the chirping of the birds, and my own footsteps. I'm really enjoying this, and not a single soul so far right now, other than the those two people that we saw who were taking the horse with them. Oh, it's really beautiful, and so far the journey has been good. Not that you cannot walk down. And by the way, let me also tell you, my wife, who doesn't walk more than half a kilometer on such kind of a terrain, I should say, she has been walking more than a kilometer, and if she can do it, you can do it. This tree must have fallen very recently, I guess. If it rains, I know where I need to seek the shelter. This is a mountain region, and God knows when the climate changes. As we are walking, the path is also becoming narrower. Okay, looks like this is only for a few meters. and I see the path widening again. The beautiful red flowers here. Oh, it looks beautiful. I wonder how this view would be, especially during the monsoon. You come across a point where you don't know which path to take, but do not worry, just observe around and you will see some marking, and we were lucky to see this one. Finally, after crossing half the way, I came across this much wider view. All those huts or the homestays appear as tiny dots on the mountain, and not sure if you could see those apple trees covered with that mesh. Now it's more than 70 minutes that we have been walking. One thing I can say for sure, like after you cross, roughly around 2 kilometers, and after that it's mostly slopey. So getting down will not be a problem. Challenge will be probably when you are coming back, but nevertheless, that is what is nature. This signboard caught my attention. It says, "अगर पेड़ों पर कुल्हाड़ी चलाओगे, तो सांसों पर तलवार चलाओगे." What a nice one from the Wan Vibhag. There is another one. अपना सच्चा धर्म निभाए, पेड़ बचाकर कर्तव्य निभाए. पेड़ लगाइए. Wow, superb. This is another one stall where you can actually refresh yourselves. भैया कितना दूर है और यहाँ से? 2 किलोमीटर है. और खाने के लिए मैगी वैगी मिलता है? मैगी, ऑमलेट, चाय, कॉफ़ी. ओके. आई गॉट द नेटवर्क हियर नाउ एंड गूगल मैप सेज स्टिल 1 more kilometer ऑफ ट्रैक इज बैलेंस. क्या टेंट का सामान लेके जा रहे हैं क्या? कैंपिंग का सामान. अच्छा, कैंपिंग का सामान है. एज आई एम नियरिंग द लेक, the slope is also kind of I should say decreasing the way earlier it used to be. It used to be like flat down, but now it's still manageable. You can still think of going down, but I would say no, don't risk. And I see this is the third stall here, but looks like it is closed. Bas 600 meter. As we are nearing the lake, the number of such shops are only increasing. अंकल जी, आप ट्रैक करके आ रहे हैं? हाँ. और आपकी एज कितनी होगी अंकल जी? 71. और आप जाके वापस आ रहे हैं? हाँ. कितना घंटा लगा अंकल आपको जाने में?
जाने में 2 घंटा ठीक नीचे से.
अच्छा.
मेरा लास्ट 45 इयर्स का ट्रैकिंग का आदत है.
अच्छा, ऐसा है क्या?
लेकिन पहले जितना लॉन्ग ट्रैक करते थे आजकल वो नहीं.
हाँ, नहीं, वो तो समय के अनुसार थोड़ा बदलाव आता ही है. अंकल जी, चाहे जो भी हो, आपको देख के अच्छा लगा. बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर. दैट इज इंटरेस्टिंग. Person of age 71 trekking. So trust me, you're not that old also now. That's the shepherd. And for the people who were hesitating to come here, trust me, this is the only so far the steepest climb that I'm seeing. But trust me, it's only just few meters. Don't worry, come over. Oh भैया, तुम आगे चले जाओ यार. At least somebody is accompanying me now. Your destination is now much closer. क्या बना रहे हैं आप? Oh.
चाय, मैगी, कॉफी.
ठीक है. So now you don't have to worry.
Local dish यहाँ की सीटू, मोमोस.
Oh my goodness. So you have everything here. Don't have to worry anything about food. Just come over here and taste the local authentic dish. Thank you, Didi. These camps also here. भैया आप ही चलाते हैं क्या ये कैंप्स वगैरह?
मेरा नाम ठाकुर है. रॉकस्टार के नाम से.
अच्छा.
कैंपिंग.
अच्छा.
कैंपिंग कराता हूँ. इस तरह के कैंप है. 1000 रुपये में एक आदमी. डिनर, ब्रेकफास्ट, चाय, बोनफायर इंक्लूड है.
ठीक है भैया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. I am very excited now, and I'll tell you why. We have finally reached the Sereolsar Lake, and you can see it from here. Observe that the lake is completely surrounded all over with these huge trees, and at the same time it is very windy also. The interesting part is that you will not find a single leaf. I repeat, you will not find a single leaf fallen on this lake. Well, there is an interesting story behind it, and I will tell you that shortly. Finally, we have reached this Sereolsar Lake, and it has taken us roughly around 2 hours 15 minutes. And trust me, we did spend quite a lot of time, in between to take photos, pictures. Definitely, I can say you can try this and don't hesitate. और ये यहाँ पे ये जो झील इतना साफ है उसका भी कुछ कारण है बोलते हैं. और ये पत्ते जितने भी कोई भी गिरते हैं बोले चिड़िया
पत्ते के लिए चिड़िया उसको कैंची कहते हैं.
हाँ,
चिड़िया रहती है वो उस पत्ते को नहीं देती टिकने.
अच्छा.
हाँ जी, नहीं रुकेगी, ये पानी के ऊपर में नहीं रुकेगी. सीधी पत्ता उठा करके निकल जाएगी.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. हाँ, मैं भी वही देख रहा था कि एक भी पत्ता इस झील में नहीं है और चारों तरफ पहाड़ियाँ हैं, जंगल है और इतने सारे पेड़, इतनी सारी पत्तियाँ और एक भी पत्ती नहीं है करके बड़ा आश्चर्य हुआ हमें भी. धन्यवाद पंडित जी. No matter at what time of the day you visit this Sereolsar Lake, it remains clean and you will not find a single leaf fallen into it. A unique bird named Abhi takes care of the lake and it has taken the complete responsibility of cleanliness of the lake. The residents of the village believe that the bird Abhi is one of a kind bird which is seen only in this region. This lake has multiple interesting stories associated with it, and I will tell you another one in a short while. Gurchet Bhai had lost his way and glad he has now joined us back. I am standing right opposite the temple which is known as the Budi Nagin's temple. This is the Budi Nag Mata Mandir, and one more interesting thing which I heard from the local.
और जो इस झील का क्या नाम कहते हैं कि जो ये बड़ा नाग का फन है.
नाग का फन है. अच्छा. The locals believe that this rock structure which is across the temple resembles the fangs of a snake. The people worship their deity and the lake. Now there is another interesting story behind why no one is able to tell how deep the lake is, and let me tell you that interesting story. Once a Brahmin from a nearby village came to visit the Sereolsar Lake, and while he was taking a stroll around the lake, he drowned himself. It is believed that the Sereolsar Lake is the residence of the Budi Nagin, and she lives in her golden palace at the bottom of the lake. The goddess not only saved his life but even allowed the Brahmin to stay in her golden palace for 3 years, taking the promise that he will not tell anything about the stay and the goddess to anyone. The Brahmin's family, who assumed him to be dead, were very happy on seeing him after 3 years when the Brahmin got back to his family. They were curious to know where he had been for such a long time. Everyone kept asking him about his whereabouts, but he kept dodging that question. But one day he had to tell everyone what had happened. As soon as he did that, he died. His family and friends were shocked. They wanted to go and figure out about the mystery of the lake, and whoever from his family tried visiting the lake met with mysterious accidents. No geological study has still been able to accurately calculate the depth of the lake. Maybe because the Budi Nagin wants to stay peacefully in her golden palace. Isn't this an interesting story? That was the interesting information behind this temple and this lake. But the lake is really, really beautiful. You can also say, right, nature has its own way of cleaning its system. So I think we can see this living example here. Do visit whenever you are here in Jibhi. Thank you, and stay tuned with me. We still have a couple of more places to visit. At Nako, we met a team of doctors, and here at Sereolsar Lake, I am meeting a couple of people from the police department, Mr. Pratpal Singh and Mr. Gurdev Singh. So nevertheless, whichever profession you are, you need to take some time off your busy schedule and spend some time with the nature. I guess that's the message we all wanted to communicate, right, Via?
Yeah.
Thank you, Via, and enjoy your time. This is the Buranj flower, also known as rhododendron, when we had the juice yesterday at GHNP. Right at the entrance of this Jalori pass, where there are too many stalls here, if you take a left towards the peak, as you can see, that is the 360 view point, in fact, and I believe from there you get to see the entire view of this mountain range. So I'm going up there now. See the view of the meadows here.
In fact, someone was saying that we can trek on these mountains and this will lead us towards the first 2 kilometers towards the Sereolsar Lake. Trust me, the view of the entire valley and the sunset from here was indeed beautiful. One side we were seeing the mountains completely covered with tall alpine trees and this view of the green meadows. It's just beautiful. Sometimes you don't get words to describe this beauty and you should just enjoy it and savor every moment of your travel. Well, time to go down now.
After a long day, I'm actually now sitting and the entire experience of this 5-kilometer trek and then going to this 360 degree viewpoint was really amazing. And I'm now actually just here at a nearby Maggie stall and trying to have a hot cup of tea and then maybe have some little bit of Maggie. I'm hearing it's very tasty here, so why should I miss it also? And at the same time I'm also trying to wait for the sunset. I hope you have enjoyed this journey with me, and if you know anyone who is interested to be amidst the nature and like trekking, then this whole of Himachal Pradesh is a very good option. And in fact the weather and the views is really breathtaking. You should actually forward this link to them in case if you have found anything useful in this video. And thank you once again for being with me so far. This is Rakesh Jain signing off for the day, and tomorrow we will be beginning the day with a new destination, so stay tuned with me. And I'm just waiting for the Maggie to be served now, and then we will head back towards the cottage, and I'm waiting for the dinner also now. So this is the stall where we had this hot Maggie, and Bhaiya ji has made this Maggie for us. Thank you Bhaiya ji.
While you enjoy the sunset, I will enjoy my hot tea and the Maggie here.
First time Miss Nirmala Jain has trekked for 5 kilometers, and that is an achievement in her life.
I know you make me walk in Kabam Park every time 5
Okay.
kilometers. Don't tell this to me.
She did trek down from Kedarnath all the way down,
21 kilometers and you tell me
whatever,
5
19
kilometers.
kilometers. But this was the first time she had trekked all the way. No accessories like a ghoda or pony used. On the way back, we are now stopped and having the snacks that we had carried from the cottage. This is my spoon. As part of the trek, these are the few moments that you will always remember and cherish. So as well, why not do it?
The speed at which Gurched Bhai had climbed up, I was amazed.